Oh, how's it going? I didn't see you there. Anyways, today on the Dope Show with Dopey, we are going to be getting to know Dopey. Anyways, blah blah blah. I am Dopey. Yes. Anyways, I don't know. I thought I do something stupid and cheesy. Alright, let's see what we got here. I thought I'd just answer some questions in one of my last videos. So, most of them are from ladies on how to do death growl. Well, some of them. And then just go through whatever questions I got. And, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's like 12 noon. I just kind of woke up like an hour ago, so, I don't know. Bear with me. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking me. Yep. Alright, this one guy, Blood91509, asked me, would the band Battlecross be considered deathcore? And I don't think so. Nah, not at all. I've only seen like one video from those guys. A buddy of mine, Tick, showed them to me. And what I saw or heard from them, to me, is more like a Viking metal band, but more hardcore. You know, I don't know. They're just metal. And I don't really keep mainstream metal anymore these days. You know, I grew out of it when I was a kid. At the time, you know, when I was a kid, I was in everything: Mushroom Head, OTEP, Mudvayne, Slipknot, you know. But after Iowa, I didn't like Slipknot anymore. I didn't really care for that Volume 3 album. It was alright. A lot of people talk shit about it. So many people talk shit about it that I knew, and then they're like, oh, dude, fucking, I like the new Slipknot album. It reminds me of Slayer. I'm like, yo, fuck yourself, dude, to even say that. I don't like Stone Knot and Slip Sour. That's what it's kind of like become. You know, but it's cool for them. That's why I like Mushroom Head, because they have never sold out. To me, Slipknot sold out. You know, like, they were a straight up band. It's okay to have slow songs, you know what I mean? But they're not nowhere near as metal. They're more like a pop metal, you know, like Rob Zombie's definitely a pop metal type of guy. Sick Bubblegum, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. I don't know how you go from Dracula to Sick Bubblegum, or Beast, Meet the Creeper. I even liked Scum of the Earth from Rob Zombie when I was a kid. I loved it. The only song I really didn't care for was Never Gonna Stop. I didn't really like that one, but I liked the rest of the album. Scum of the Earth was brutal. Feel So Numb or Feel So Good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, that was his one, right? Blood91509. Would the band Battlecross be considered deathcore? I don't think so. And I answered that question. Let's see. Going down, Fetus is Beast, blah blah blah. This is like for my death growl video. Alright, here we go. Here's something from Nina Cooper. Love your shirt. Is there any way girls can do death metal growls? I know they can, but I've been trying, but it's harder. But is it harder for women than men? I think I did answer that question just in case you ain't seen it, because now I did answer her shit on the questions. I don't know. Anyways, I just like to stress it because a couple chicks have asked me, and I'm going to read you from the chicks who asked me how to death growl. Honestly, man, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible at all. I think with death growls, particularly, it's like age. You know, it gets better with, like wine, you know. It's better with age, you know, like I tried saying when I first started death growling, it was just a yell, you know, like when I death growled, I tried to just be metal, or well, when I first started, I was into metal, you know, I would sing Pantera, or just Rob Zombie, and it was just a loud, low yell, you know, and then with 6 Feet Under, Maximum Violence, I just tried to make it lower, and Warpath. 6 Feet Under is really how I got my growl. That's all I can say. Chris Barnes, and once I had that growl, I just imitated Dying Fetus growl, and I mean, a whole new doors open. And for years I wanted to inhale, and it just accidentally happened. I was walking down a hallway in a motel. I remember exactly when it happened. I just, like, yawned, and I was like, whoa. I yawned, and it was a growl. It was weird, and I was like, how the hell did I do that? And it took like a few months, not as long as exhales, to learn, but eventually I got pretty good at it. And one of my favorite bands that does inhales is Begging for Incest, and Begging for Incest inhales are so fucking phenomenal. And now I can listen to Begging for Incest and imitate those inhales like perfectly. And for as long too, you know, inhales are awesome. Like, people diss inhales like a lot. I don't know why, man. They sound cool. They really do, man. And some of them can be really low, some of them can be high, some of them can sound just like a pig. And then the ones that I like Begging for Incest. You know, which is cool. And then I like those inhales. And anyways, but for chicks, man, I don't know how to tell you how to growl, because I'm not a female. That's another thing that I was going to get at. If I was a female, I can relate, but I don't know how female vocal cords work. I know you don't have an Adam's apple. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I think it might, I don't know. But when I first started growling, it does hurt your throat. You know, I've seen so many videos, you know, to where they tell you how to do it. That technique might work. It might work for other people. I'm just saying the way I did it. And I didn't follow any rule book, man. I just did it. And I know I got an awesome growl. I know I do. I know I kick every vocalist ass that's in this town. And I can say that proud. And nobody will, you know, put me up there. You know, I can do it all. If I wanted to, I could do deathcore, you know. My highs have even gotten better. And I just feel like an awesome vocalist all around. Whether it's metal, deathcore, black metal, you know, I'm just an all-around awesome vocalist. And that's what every vocalist should do. You know, there's a couple vocalists that I know that keep themselves limited to their one growl or to their one vocal style. And I am going to be a black belt, and always, and it's just determination, you know. And that you just got to keep going. It took me at least like 3 years. Like, I started out young, you know, and when I started doing it, death metal wasn't even in the mainstream. Like, which is cool. Like, Shredder and we talked about it. Every genre has its time and period, you know, of its popularity. Right now, it's pretty much deathcore. In Clinton, Iowa, I talk about deathcore a lot, because this town is surrounded with kids, kind of around my age and younger, and they're obsessed with the deathcore scene, you know, which is cool for them, you know. It's cool. You know, when I was in high school, it was death metal or grindcore, you know, which I hate grindcore, but I respected people who listened to grindcore, because it's definitely not a mainstream thing. One of the reasons why I got into death metal, I remember, is because I liked noise and racket, and I mean, it just, you know, like, going back to like the old school shit that I got into, like Mortician, you know, it's just macabre, you know, it's just like fast, dull, groovy type of stuff, and it's just racket and noise. And I just liked anything that sounded like crap. You know what I mean? Pretty much. I was just into anything. And going on to the next female's question. Anyways, did I answer this? Oh yeah, and then I was going to say, I didn't think it was possible for women to death growl until Psalm. And I was into Psalm, man, before she was ever into Cerebral Bore. I just found her on the internet because, you know, it's a Devourment vocal. I'm into Devourment. I've seen every Devourment vocal covers, and she actually did a vocal cover, Baby Killer, and she's fucking awesome. And then I found out more that she went on tour with Putrid Pile and did guest vocals with Putrid Pile. And then eventually Infidel Amsterdam got her into Cerebral Bore, because Cerebral Bore was looking for a vocalist, I guess. And I don't think she's working right now, which sucks, because that's really the reason why I got into Cerebral Bore, was because of Psalm. You know, if they're still good, I probably will be into it. But some just is incredible, and she growls just like a man, just like a man. I mean, it's amazing too. Like if you listen to it, and if you didn't know, I put the CD in for my friends. They're like, "Wow, this band's awesome." I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking chick, dude. You know, the only other chick type of growl I was ever impressed with was the OTEP. You know, like with Blood Pigs that she did, and I thought her voice was awesome with her lows. She quit growling as time went on, which sucks. But I mean, you know, and there's chicks like Arch Enemy and stuff like that. That's what I thought female vocalists and growling was always going to sound like. It was like the Arch Enemy type style. And then there's that chick from I Wrestled a Bear, the one song, I Ain't No Family. She actually kind of goes into a low growl, really low, like death growl, and she don't do it that much, but... So it is possible for chicks to do it. When chicks do it, it's awesome. It's like sexually a turn on for me, and it also is just cool because, you know, it's nice to see chicks getting into it. Because when I was into death metal, man, I can tell you here in this town, there's not one chick that I know that'll be like, yo, man, Dying Fetus. Oh, Cannibal Corpse album, Skinless, fucking. Oh, the new Begging for Incest. There's not one fucking chick in this town that's like that. Not one. They might be all about Suicide Silence and Asking Alexandria and all that hot top. That's what I should call it, hot topic metal. You know, because when you go into Hot Topic, I remember there was a time when I went into Hot Topic and it was filled with death metal shirts. Like I said, you know, eventually death metal wasn't in the mainstream type of thing anymore, and then it became more deathcore. And this is from Deborah Strange. Does anyone know how to work a whisper growl? I used to be able to scream, but I got sick, lost my voice, and I can't do it anymore. Just whisper. I'm on my band started well. I have a death metal band. You have to scream. Can anyone help me, please? I actually want to know where you're from, Deborah Strange, because if you're around my area, that'd be pimp, man. You know, just to steal your drummer. The band that I'm trying to do, Behold the Bludgeoner, we got drum machine programmers, but the drum machine programmer is fucking amazing. I did have a homeboy doing it, and I loved the way he did it. But then eventually this new guy, he was just like, yeah, man, and he did something that was so incredibly amazing. And I like the drum machines to sound as real as possible. I like bands, you know, that can distinguish between a drum machine. Like Future Pile, you can tell it's kind of a drum machine, and Viral Load, you know, the one-man bands. But, you know, I'm not trying to be a one-man band or a two-man band. You know, I'm trying to be fucking a band, like straight-up band. And in this town, there's only one drummer that did live around here, but he lives out of town, that has a talent capable of blasting. But he has kids, and he's not really too committed to it anymore. And then this is what I said to her: does anyone know how to whisper growl? I have a death metal band, you have to scream. Can anyone help me, please? So, I don't know, like, I guess when I started growling, it was just like low under my voice. I just walked down the hallway. You know, and which is kind of low. And if you fucking, and I heard, like, there's this kid that I know, I'm not going to say his name, was in a band with one of my friends, and he said that he growled really low, that they had to turn their shit so up loud that they blow the speakers and stuff like that, which sucks. But if you can do, I believe if you can do a whisper growl, then you can do it. It's just, you just gotta yell it, man. If you can, then just. I don't know how to tell people how to do it, man, because I've been doing it for years, and it's pretty guttural now because I actually, I know what I did. I just strained my throat as much as possible. I put it through hell, man. I was determined to growl. When you first do it, it's impossible. I swear to God, the first time I sang 6 Feet Under, a human target, rot, your body will rot. I dig you up just to kill you again. I will violate you. You know, when I first started growling that song, I was like, "Run, nobody will run! Run, nobody will run!" You know, I was just trying to yell, and it hurt my throat. It did. I lost my voice after doing that. Straight up, I lost my voice after doing that. So I don't know. There's a couple chicks questions right now. I'm trying to get going. I ramble all the time right now. Same here, like video. Or anything else in the world too. So definitely. Anyways, it's like and then I will not make a Chris Griffin impression video. I don't know. I get it from when I'm online playing video games. They're like, dude, sounds like Chris Griffin. There's a monkey in my closet. I don't know. I don't know how my voice sounds like Chris Griffin. Obviously it must, because I've had that comment so many times. Dude sounds like Chris Griffin. Haha, Chris Griffin, Chris Griffin. I've seen it repeatedly all the time. Bada 000006. You're a pimp, man. Thanks for tuning in. And letting people know. At Slammer's Brutality, go to his channel. He's in a band called Behold the Blood's Journey. He did spell it right. And that's cool. Dopey, Woods, Dying Fetus song. I didn't listen to them before, but your video made me want to try them. Dying Fetus is like one of the best death metal bands, if not the best death metal band of all time, man. Straight up. Straight fucking up. I mean, their first two albums are awesome, but when they went to Killing on Adrenaline, Grotesque Impalement, and then Destroy the Opposition, all the albums are like my favorite albums. I love Dying Fetus, man. But my favorite Dying Fetus album of all time is War of Attrition. Straight up, I love that album so much. Someone's called me and I don't know who. I'm not going to get up in the middle video. Praise the Lord by Dying Fetus, that's what I'm sure. 14. And this Justin Buer dude, where did you get your Dying Fetus shirts? Because I've been looking for one for the longest time. I don't know how you don't find shit you don't want that you want on the internet. You know, when I want a t-shirt, I just go to Google Image. And Google Image, like,
please leave a message. Peace.
Watch, it's my buddy Joker, that'd be fun. Nope. Anyways, I go to Google Image, and I'll type in the band t-shirt that I want, like 7H Target shirts, Despised Icon shirts, Devourment shirts, Dying Fetus shirts, and there's quite a bit, man. You can go to relapse.com for Dying Fetus shirts. They don't have a big cartel, but they got indie merch, and a lot of their shit's pretty cool, man, and cheap. Like, next month, Devourment, man, they got, like, shirts for 14 bucks. And there's two fucking shirts that I want from them. You know, 14 bucks, 30 bucks for two shirts. I love that the idea of shit's getting cheaper, which is brutal. And hoodies were getting cheaper, too. And then eventually, out of nowhere, hoodies were, like, 60 bucks. Like, when the fuck did hoodies become $60, dude, for a fucking hoodie? And, let's see. This guy was kind of hating. This is why I prefer post-grunge. Stain is my favorite band. Death metal vocalists rip their vocals because they can't carry a tune. Yeah, I'm in a dissing mood. Melodic death metal beats all those bands. Cool, good for you, man. Anyways, Stain, I loved them. I don't listen to them anymore, but at the time I loved them. I get drunk and cry and listen to them. No, I don't do that anymore. What do you think about Whitechapel? This is like one of the most #1 questions I get. I guess Whitechapel's a pretty badass band, man, but I'm not into them. I'm just not into Whitechapel. I'm not. They just are not my cup of tea. The one deathcore band that I am digging now, man, that I kind of like. At first, I just didn't really pay attention to them because they're deathcore. Like, I'm ignorant-minded. I'm closed-minded about shit. But I always do go and check out deathcore because it's like, you know, you study your enemy or, you know, your nemesis to find out their weaknesses and shit, or their moves, or what's your competition. And Carnifex, man, is actually impressing me right now at the moment. I really actually dig Carnifex. To me, they sound, if they are deathcore, then that's cool, but if they got like more of a death metal sound, that's just gonna piss me the fuck off. Leave a goddamn message. What do you think Whitechapel, the first album, is the best. That's what I said, and I think that's why I do awesome growls have such epic beards. When I did do this video, I had a pretty good beard, and eventually it got even better. I dyed it green, man, and I liked to dye it green, and then eventually I ran out of green.
Back, please leave message. Peace.
Eventually I ran out of green, and I dyed it black. And when I dyed it black, I bought this green, and I had to bleach it like 4 fucking times to get the black out, and it just burned my goatee up. My goatee was like that long, man, then eventually it shrank to that, like an inch long. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And I shaved it off, and I haven't grown it out since then, but I planned on to. Found some guy who mentioned Disfiguring the Goddess. Those guys really helped me out too. Actually, man, when I first heard Disfiguring the Goddess, that vocalist, dude, Big Chocolate, I was so impressed with him when I first heard Disfiguring the Goddess. For like the first year, I was on those guys, or on that guy, man. Big Chocolate, I just loved his vocals, and his vocals, imitating that dude's vocals, helped me get my growl even better. Like, I remember when it was just so loud and epic. It's not like that anymore. But if I listen to some Disfigured, and that hurt my fucking throat, man, doing some Disfiguring the Goddess. Straight up, it did. It did. And then eventually I got it. This kind of pissed me off, man. It's nothing against the dude. It's just like he knows. It's from Corey Hoey. You mentioned Cerebral Bore. As far as I know, their inhales, at least with some they were. I haven't heard the new vocalist. And you can be so far from the truth, man. Like, I don't know if you talked to some, but I have. I've talked to her online. I've asked her, like, what she thinks of some of my vocal covers that I did do. She gave me some pretty good advice and stuff like that. But I asked her what she does, and she says exhales. That's what she told me. She said she does not inhale, that she does exhales, which I can totally believe, because if you watch all of her videos, and then she made this awesome compilation, like the evolution of her death growl, like how she started, and it did take time for her to eventually get that low. And that's what I'm saying for everybody, man. You need to, if you're trying to do it, you gotta practice, man. Delexalon 34.9. Hey, remember when we last talked? Thanks for the advice, bro. I sound like Johnny Davey of Joffrey Cowboy a little bit. Laugh out loud. So I don't remember. Maybe he was asking me some death tip vocals, and I guess I helped him get his death growl. If you want to add me on Facebook, my Facebook right now is Dopey Bane McShroom Nobody, and I'll answer all questions there. There's that dude. I was trying to talk to him some more. You're awesome. Thanks. Blah blah blah.
If we said like that, please leave message.
I'm gonna end this because some motherfucker just keeps calling me. I don't listen to doom metal. Listen to Bell Witch, Coffee Oak, Ocean Chief, The Moss. I'll have to listen to those guys, I guess. Suicide Silence, preferably they're decent, hard vocals, recipes, Mitch Lucker. You know, I love Mitch Lucker's lows. I envy his lows so much. You know, if I was a Suicide Silence fan, I could do his lows, which I probably should, man. I should probably read the vocal. I have read the lyrics, but learn how to sing with it. Because I love his low growl. I hate his highs though. That's the reason why I don't like Suicide Silence. It's because of his highs. Other than that, if I could edit out the highs, I would be a fan. Oh, dude, I gotta just be like, fuck you, whoever this is. Fucking message, dude. Anyways, my roommate calling me like crazy. Why don't you leave a fucking message? Yo, what up? Yeah. I guess. Why didn't you just leave a message instead of calling me 4 fucking times in a row? Because I was in... Alright. Peace. Wait, fucking little growl. And then here's another asking on how to death growl. You say you think you actually did rip your vocal cords. I have a similar story. I taught myself to growl, but I did not. But I tried not to do it too often because people fucking up their vocals. So I'm a woman. If I rip my vocal cords, you say it may make my growl better, but I need to have a woman's voice. Will it take that from me? Oh, like this Faith chick, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Straight up, I don't know if your vocal cords is that take your feminine woman voice away, which I doubt it will. Maybe, I don't know. I doubt it. I totally fucking doubt it. Just do it. You know what I mean? If I can do what I did in my throat and get away with it, and I mean, I kind of sound like this now. So, anyways, people who leave comments like this is like, what a creepy faggot, I want to yank your nose ring out. I want to yank nose ring out his nose. What a creepy faggot, I want to yank nose ring out his nose. Just like, dude, you're so uneducated when you type. Yeah, I ain't that pissed off, it's just like, the way he says it. Yank nose ring out his nose. To me, that doesn't sound educated at all. Well, that's cool, man. I like, if you don't like me, then that, at the time, I used to love doing that. It's easy just talking while you're deep throat a cock, like most death metal bands do, and you're a pro. So, you know, I mean, people who just ain't got nothing better to do than go on a channel and talk shit about shit that they don't like. It's like, dude. Try and do a goddamn video! Hello? Yeah, give me like 10 minutes. I'm doing a video right now. On YouTube. I don't. Give me 10 minutes, I'll back, alright? Alright, peace. Your comment is incredibly gay. You'd rather shoot yourself. I don't know who this kid is, but if you don't like this shit, it's so stupid of you, like, to go to, it's like, I don't go to Britney Spears' channel and be like, Britney Spears is such a horrible, stupid slut bitch, blah, 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 her music's terrible. It's just like, I hate Asking Alexandria. I hate that shit. I'm not gonna go to that shit and be like, boy band metal is so fucking gay that they need to shoot themselves in their fucking face. Shit like that's retarded. It's stupid, man. You know? Like, I really don't get offended by shit like that. It's just like, why do you even say shit like that, man? You know, if you don't like it, then go do your own thing. You're just an asshole. That's all you are. I'm a huge asshole, straight up. I talk a lot of motherfucking shit to people, but I do it to their face, man. I don't do it to... And I'm addicted to people in their face. But, like... when you come to a channel like this and you talk shit to people, you know, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, I don't even fucking care. So have a nice day. Now this video is what's up, I'm playing a band. Thanks for letting him know. I think your demonic growling powers come from your epic beard. Oh, comments like that. I really do. Comics like that are awesome. So I need my epic beard back. And Warhead was like, do a vocal video for Homicidal Retribution. I did. It's kind of old. And I think we're about done with questions here. By the way, 27 dislikes. Fuck you. Dopey, nice growl. So, you know, I know I got a nice growl, at least. And, you know, people, there has been people that straight up has come on here as like, your growl sucks. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, you know what, I don't really care, and then I go to their channel, and I don't see any videos of them growling whatsoever. It's just like, if you want to say my vocals suck, then do better than me. If you can do better than me, then do it. You know? Straight up. If you think my vocals suck, and I'm a horrible vocalist, then make your own fucking video, and then be like, this is why I'm better, or this is why Dopey sucks, because he's not as good as me. And chances are there's going to be somebody better than me in all fields of everything, man. You know, there's always going to be the one. I'm not John Gallagher, you know, but I feel like I can growl like John Gallagher. I'm not saying I'm better than him, but, I mean, and he plays an instrument and growls at the same time. But if you think my vocals suck, then okay, dude. If you're going to talk shit, back it up. That's all I just got to say, because I've had like hundreds of comments of people telling me my vocals are killer, kick-ass, blah, blah, blah. And it's death growls. You know, I'm not trying to fucking impress anybody else. I'm not trying to impress people who like their fucking boy band metal bullshit, you know. I'm into death metal. That's what I'm into. I'm not into it because yada 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 for most people, you know, like, I don't know. I'm just into it because I got sick of the mainstream. Let's just say that. I got sick of the selling out bullshit of the fucking mainstream, and I wanted something a little more heavier, and I knew it was death metal. For me, it was 6 Feet Under, and then it just evolved to Dying Fetus, to even more, to Slam, to Brutal Death. And I barely keep up with the mainstream metal scene now these days. I like Lazarus AD, because I think if I was around back, if they're around like in the 90s, like while Pantera and other bands like that are around in the 90s, I think they would have been fucking awesome back then, straight up, because they're like thrash metal, like with Megadeth. I think those guys would have been fucking brutal. So, you know, I mean, it's not my thing. I don't have any Lazarus AD CDs. I'm just saying I know I would have been a fan of it. You know, I did like Hatebreed when they first came out. I mean, you know, I was into a lot of metal, Full Blown Chaos. I don't know, but death metal is my thing. And if it isn't your thing, then fuck off. Straight up. I don't go to somebody else's thing that's not my thing and tell them their thing is gay and they suck at what their thing is. You know what I mean? I hate boy band metal, but I'm not going to go to a boy band metal band or a page or somebody that loves that shit and straight up call them a boy band metal faggot. You know what I mean? An emo bitch, tight pants wearing, fucking... I might think that, but I'm not going to go to some motherfucker and talk to their shit about them. I mean, there's kids like that all around this town. Cool for them. You know, I don't even care. If they want to do that and look that way, that's their choice. I choose to do what I do and look the way I do. I want to look like a white trash scummy bastard. I could be pretty, I could be beautiful, I could have shaved face, hair. I like shaved head, beard, tattoos, grizzly motherfucker, you know. That's my thing, man. Why? I don't know, because I was into metal as a kid. That's the way I was raised. My dad liked Pantera, Skid Row, Motley Crue. I hate 80s metal, but I mean, you know, you get the picture. White Zombie, shit like that, and then it just evolves, and that's the life that I came from. My dad had posters, a band, it was just a metal thing. Harleys, shit like that, man. You know, and that's where you come from, then that's kind of like how you're going to be. That's the music you listen to. You like that style. My dad was in a band, he was a drummer. I love that type of the lifestyle of it, you know, and that's my thing. You know, if you want to have this side of your face covered with your hair, so be it. I'm not going to go talk shit to people about it. If you're going to come to my channel and talk shit, I'll leave your comments because I just don't give a shit. You know, I don't have time to go delete every motherfucking comment that I want. don't like. But just know that you're a dumbass for going to somebody else's channel and just talking shit about the shit that you don't like. Because if you don't like it, cool. Why make it apparent to the whole world, man? Any way possible. I don't think death metal's gay at all. I think it's fucking brutal and evil and slamming. When I'm in a mosh pit, I hate people and I hurt people and I get hurt in the process as well. As a kid, I loved doing that shit. I loved being in the mosh pit. There was this fear and I overcame it, you know, and I just go with it. You know, it just helps me with my daily life. You know what I mean? What helps makes you go through life one day at a time and makes it better, then so be it, man. Whether it's rap, blah blah blah. To me, I can just relate more with metal and anger and pain. Why? I don't know, because I hated life, yada yada yada. I'm content with it now. Shit like that. This is probably a long ass fucking video, but I always long ass videos. Yeah, it's a 35-minute video, so that's cool. 35 minutes. I'm going to stop this video. I think I said enough. I always repeat myself, but I know I got, and it goes slow. It's this long. I know I got a lot of subscribers. Keep them listening. I don't have a lot. I have like almost 400. I want whatever subscribers I have, answer questions I can. Anyways, have a